Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the third episode of the Small Print Podcast. I am your host, Elise, and I blog over at roulettereader.wordpress.com.
I'm Dawn, and I blog at bangbangbookblog.com.
Today, we are going to be talking about 10 books that everyone has read but us, BEA, what we're excited about, what arcs we're going to get, which authors we're going to see at BookCon, and more.
Yep.
Let's get started.
All right,
I will go ahead and do you want to just each do our 10 and then each do our 10? Or one
let's
by
go
one?
back and forth.
Okay, awesome. The first series that I have done, which is quite shameful, as I am reminded every day of my life, is that I have not read any of the Harry Potter books past
Don't
book 3.
Say it every day.
Often enough. It is shameful. I have not read any Harry Potter past book 3.
We started listening to it
Yes.
to get ready for ALA because we're going to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. But I don't know what happened with that. We talk too much in the office to
we do.
get any listening done.
Mhm,
so,
mhm.
Yeah, and I'm trying to tell her that book 3 is where the story really develops into something fantastic. So,
Indeed.
One day.
It's a goal. It's a goal.
Yeah. My first one is City of Bones. I read book 1 and then I read half of book 2, but I'm not going to say any spoilers, but there was a part of the story that I was like, yeah, I can't do this. And it has to do with Simon. So if you read the series, you know what I'm talking about. After that, I was like, yeah, I'm done.
Mhm.
So I enjoyed the Infernal Devices. I didn't read
Who
the
knows?
series. I didn't watch the show.
Yeah.
I watched the first episode. I was like, meh. I watched the movie. So I don't think I'm gonna continue that series.
Indeed. Another one that I have not read is the Pretty Little Liars series by Sarah Shepard. I don't know. Yeah, I just never read it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not interested.
I watched the TV show for a couple seasons, but this was before I was working in libraries and didn't know that it was based off of a book.
Yeah.
And then I just never went back and read the books.
I have to buy those books, and I swear there are like 30 of them.
Yeah.
And I
There were a million.
pray that this is it. I think it's like 17.
I think
And
she's done.
I'll please be done.
Because she's got a new series now.
I can't keep up with those books.
Yeah.
All right, my next one is Anything by Ellie Condi. I feel like she's very popular, and I've met her a couple of times. She's a lovely person. I accidentally got her mixed up with Leigh Bardugo. Whoopsies.
How?
Because I just saw the blonde hair, and one of my teens, we were at a conference, one of my teens was with me, and I was like, oh, there's Leigh Bardugo. And then like an hour later, she was like, Miss Dawn, no.
Oh,
That
no.
was Ellie Condi. I was like, oh, sorry.
Whoops.
But yeah.
Okay.
I haven't read anything by her.
This one might shock some of you. I have not read Cinder.
Yeah, that is a shock. I've been trying to get her to read Cinder, but it's dystopian, and you're like, I'm over dystopian.
I read so much and in a short period of time that I'm like, I need a significant break from dystopia. Yeah. Nothing against the series. I'm sure it's great. It's obviously very popular.
I liked 1, 2, and 3. Book 4, I felt like she was like phoning it in. I just didn't like book 4, and yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
The Divergent series. I read book 1, and then I kind of did not like book 1, so I ended it there, and I don't plan on completing it.
That is also my next book. I read book 1 and 2, and then did not read Allegiant because it was spoiled for me. A teen just busted into my office and told me what happened, and I said thanks. And I will not put that spoiler out there, just for any of you who may or may not have finished the series.
Yeah.
Good luck.
All right. I have not read All the Boys I've Loved Before. I don't like romance, and
By Jenny Han.
yeah. I'm just like,
That's a very popular book too.
I know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to read that.
Mhm. Yeah, it doesn't sound intriguing. No offense.
Well,
to
it
Jenny
does
Han.
sound, but I just run from romance.
Yeah,
as far
That's
as
what
I
I
possibly
mean.
can.
Exactly. It's a personal preference. I'm not a romance fan, but yeah. My next stuff is the Percy Jackson series. I have not read anything by Rick Riordan.
Oh,
Not a
I
single
forgot about
thing.
that. I haven't either. I don't like Greek mythology.
I do, but not in that format.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have not read anything by Riordan. Interesting.
Mm.
I have not read, speaking of romance, Anna and the French Kiss.
Oh,
I feel like I see a lot of Etienne loves Anna. I'm just like, who the heck is that? So I have not read that series. Once again, it looks like heavy on the romance.
for sure. My next book series, rather. I read Legend, but I have not read the final books in the series by Marie Lu. Did not capture my attention.
Was this in your during I Love Dystopian phase or after?
This was my during I Love Dystopia phase.
Okay.
So I was sold out. One of my really good friends loves Legend. You like Legend. I was expecting to encounter great things.
Well, I really think you should try The Young Elites because I know you like villains. And in this book, the main character is a supervillain.
Okay.
So she's a protagonist and the antagonist. So I think you might like that one. It's not dystopian. It's fantasy. So
yeah, maybe I'll give it a try.
Yeah. My next one is The 100. I know a lot of people watch the show. I don't know how many people read the book. The book is never on shelf at the library. So, and I believe it's because of the popularity of the show.
Yeah.
I watched the first episode and I was like, yeah, this looks like more dystopian. I'm kind of over dystopian for a very long time as well. So I didn't continue. Don't plan on reading it.
This one is realistic fiction / mental illness, All the Right Places. I have not read that.
Everybody on planet Earth and
basically
world. Oh no, planet Earth. That is the world. I'm sorry. Everyone has read that
Everyone
book.
on planet Earth and the world. That was awesome.
Make sure I cover all my bases.
Yeah, literally everyone has read that book. I
Has
don't
it been spoiled for
enjoy.
you?
Yes,
Okay.
but that was not the reason that I didn't read it. I did check it out. I started it, and I was not captured. And I find that I kind of shy away also from realistic fiction, specifically when it has to do with mental illness. It's not something I enjoy reading about. I feel like the books about mental illness that I have read have not been great. So I'm just apprehensive when it comes to that kind of genre.
Yeah.
So.
I have Shatter Me by Tahara Mafi. I tried to read that book twice. Then I tried listening to it, and the little slash, if you listen to the book, there's like little slash marks that she makes, tally marks or something. And in the narrative, it makes a sound, and it's so annoying. It's like every other minute.
Oh gosh.
I couldn't do it.
That was my next book. I have
Yeah.
not read Shatter Me by Tahara Mafi either. So I like her.
I
Her
feel
Instagram
like,
is awesome.
Everyone's like, "Oh my god, that's the best series ever," and I just can't. It's
I'm
also
like-
dystopian too.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I've never started that series. I just never ends up in my hands. Yeah.
My next one is Illumini. I tried that 3 times as well, and it's got so much information. I find it overwhelming.
Mhm.
It's just all these names and dates and timestamps, and I don't know what to keep track of. And I like to make sure that I'm paying attention so I can follow along. And if it's just too much information, I can't do it.
Yeah. My next is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs. Never read it.
Are you gonna read it for the movie?
Probably.
My next one is Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. I listened to Fangirl and I skipped over. Well, I didn't skip over, but I did not pay attention when the Simon and Baz part came on. I kind of like tuned it out. And so
It didn't add anything to the story.
No, well, it did, but I mean, she's a fangirl. It was her fan fiction, and then like it kind of mirrored what she was going through.
That's why I didn't like it.
You don't like fan fiction?
No. I have no problem with fan fiction. It was just so obvious, and it like hit you over the head. It's
Yeah,
like I
it was really
just
obvious.
read this. I don't want it reiterated in a
Yeah.
Harry Potter version. Also, unfortunately, I hated the main character. Absolutely hated her.
Well, we're not talking about fangirl. We're talking about Carry On.
Clearly, I have very strong.
I mean, I didn't like her either, but I like Rainbow Rowell.
Yeah.
I loved Eleanor Park. It was one of
Eleanor
my
Park was
favorites
great.
a couple of years ago.
Mhm.
But I didn't pay attention to the Simon and Baz part, so there's no reason for me to read Carry On.
Indeed.
Yeah.
All right. Last but not least, Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard.
Yeah, that's a shocker.
Yeah.
I thought you read that one.
Started it, wasn't gripped.
My last one is Dorothy Must Die. I kind of read it, and I did not. I can't remember what it was that I didn't like about it. I think I didn't like the main character.
Mhm.
And I have a problem with very vivid books like Alice in Wonderland, anything where it's a new world and it's extremely vivid. If I can't picture it, I'm not going to enjoy it. And because I've seen The Wizard of Oz, I kind of know the world pretty well, but I only seen the TV version. So I know there's a whole lot going on that's not. It's all in the book and it's not in the movie.
Mhm.
And if I can't picture it, it's just too much. And I can't do it. So, and I didn't like the main character.
That's an obstacle.
Yeah.
All right. Let us know if we're crazy for not reading any of those books. And let's move on to BEA.
All right.
Woo. I have never been, so this will be my first time. I'm really excited. I'm really glad that it's in Chicago this year. I know you went last year when it was in New York.
I went the
Or
year
2 year-
before
yeah, 2
last,
years.
but I only went for a day.
Hmm.
And I feel like I didn't get the full experience. So I am going to say that this is my first time too,
Okay.
because I'm going every day.
It does make a difference, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
I'm really excited.
I'm really excited for the exhibit hall. I'm interested how it'll compare to ALA, which is the only
I
other
think-
conference I've been to.
Yeah, I think with ALA, it's going to be different because this is, if you can imagine, if for those of you who've not been to ALA, it's a library association conference, and there's a big exhibit hall, and it's broken up with vendors on one side and publishers on the other side. I think this is just all publishers. There are no vendors. They're only just pushing books
Cool.
on use, which is great because I don't go to the vendor side
Right.
when I go to ALA, even though I probably should be, but I don't have real buying power
Right.
for like major
like that kind of
stuff,
thing.
so I don't go to the vendor side. But yeah, I'm pretty excited
Mhm.
to see what this is going to be.
So they released the list of ARCs that are going to be available at BEA, and if you want that information, it is through Publishers Weekly, and then you can just search BEA 2016 Children's Galleys to grab. And there's a full list that's broken down by publishing house. So we thought we would just go through and kind of say what we're excited to grab, what we're going to be looking for, and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Let's go in order by publishing house since you've got the list there. So for me, I want the Lie Tree by Frances Harding by Abrams, through Abrams.
Yeah.
That sounds crazy interesting.
Yeah, I read her first book. I didn't like it.
Was it dull?
I think I've said this before, but the main characters were 9 and 11,
Mhm.
and they were doing some pretty extraordinary things that I just could not believe that a 9-year-old is going to walk by herself to the movie theater and try to hire someone to kill her sister.
Mhm.
That's a lot for a 9-year-old to
Yeah,
do.
that is
So
a
I'm just like, oh, no.
And yeah, that's what I'm interested about by this book. It's about a girl who, her attempt to uncover her murdered father. Who murdered her father? I don't know how deep into that she's going to go. That's all the information they gave us here, and I haven't added it on Goodreads, so I haven't seen it there yet. But it sounds good.
Yeah,
we'll see what
seems-
happens.
I have nothing from Abrams. I will probably, a lot of these books I'm going to grab just for our teens too, because a lot of they can't go to
Mhm.
BEA and they want these books. So I'll probably grab Stealing Snow. This is Danielle Page's new book. And sounds like it's, the
Is
story
that
of the
part-
Snow Queen.
Is that part of the Dorothy Must Die series, or is that different?
Who's
it
the
sounds
Snow
different.
Queen from?
I
I don't know my fairy tales.
That's like her own thing. I think that's
Oh.
a different story. Yeah, that's up. Okay, yeah, that's not connected. The Snow Queen. I'll have to Google that.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'll move on to. I don't have anything from Bloomsbury that I'm personally going to be grabbing.
I'm shocked because Bloomsbury
Yeah.
is usually got like a lot of stuff. Like they're a
Usually
good
does.
publishing house.
Yeah, they are. I was
I
very
don't have anything.
surprised to not see anything there. Didn't want anything from Candlewick. Capstone is mostly nonfiction. Disney, I also did not add anything. It was mostly middle grade.
Spindle by E.K. Johnston is a retelling of Sleeping Beauty.
It's a companion, though.
To what?
Let me look it up on Goodreads.
Didn't she have like short story thingy? Is that what it's a companion to?
I don't know. It says companion to 1,000 Nights.
Oh.
Right. And I that's why I did not add it to my list, because I did not want to read a companion.
Never mind.
Yeah. So I love E.K. Johnston though. And then the next one for me was from Flatiron Press. It's Caraval. I added this to my Goodreads a long time ago. Did not remember that I did. And now it's cropping up again because everyone's talking about it.
Yeah, all of a sudden everyone's
Suddenly.
like, the cover has been revealed and it's amazing. And I have never heard of this woman. Stephanie Garber.
I think she's a debut.
Never heard of this series. I have never heard of Flatiron Publishing. I don't know what that is. So sounds interesting. Everybody, I feel like this is this year's Truth Witch.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't even come out until January.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited about that too.
Mm-hmm.
And I think so is everyone else going.
Clearly.
So that'll be a fun mad dash.
Mm-hmm. Harlequin Teen, one of our favorite authors, Amy Lukovics, is releasing a new book called The Woman in the Walls. That book sounds legit terrifying. And Daughters Unto Devils was, so I'm definitely going to grab a copy of that. And then Empire of Dust is Eleanor Herman's follow-up to The Legacy of Kings, which is about Alexander the Great. And that is all from Harlequin Teen.
I don't have Harlequin on my list here.
Really?
Something must have happened.
Okay. Print to the back. All right, whatever. HarperCollins?
I didn't see anything from HarperCollins. That's a shocker. I got nothing.
I have one. I'm going to try to grab Three Dark Crowns by Kendara Blake. I've never read anything by her. Couldn't talk to you about her writing style. We'll see if I enjoy it, but if not, I can always give it away. I thought about grabbing The Thousandth Floor by Catherine McGee, because that sounded kind of intriguing, but it looks a little dystopia, so I'm not sure. Again.
Yeah. I have never read anything by Lauren Oliver. Have you?
No. Mm-mm.
She's got Replica. It sounds interesting, but I think her last book, people are like, Vanishing Girls. It didn't have a really high score on Goodreads. So I don't know. Maybe if I'm walking by and no one else is grabbing it, I'll grab it.
Mm-hmm. The follow-up to Magonia is going to be there as well for anyone out there who likes the Magonia series by Maria Headley. That's going to be there. The next one for me was from Little Brown and The Trees Crept In by Dawn Kurtagich.
Look at you with your last names.
I had a teen come to me about this book. I had never heard of it.
I'm just saying that you got her last name.
Oh, no. I was just like, yeah, okay, moving on. Kurtagich. Hopefully that's correct.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't do last names correctly. This book also sounds really creepy. I'm kind of into that at the moment.
Creepy.
It's a horror novel about the house, the color of blood, and two sisters who are trapped there. Kind of sounds intriguing to me. Yeah. And then that's all I had from Little Brown.
Well, I've already read Blood by Blood.
Yeah.
Blood for Blood?
Blood for Blood.
Okay. But if you read Wolf by Wolf, then that her book 2 is going to be there. And it's a duology, so it's the last of the series. And the book 2 from The Witch Hunter is going to be there. It's called The Kingslayer. Mm-hmm. It is not Jaime Lannister. He is the
not to be confused.
People are like, what? He's got a new book? No.
Unfortunately.
It is not from Game of Thrones.
That's
Sorry.
Really
it would be nice. I'm pretty sure a lot of people would love that.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed The Witch Hunter, so I'm excited for The Kingslayer.
I've not read that one. It does sound interesting. Apparently James Jimmy Patterson is putting out an imprint through Little Brown, and he's got a book coming out called Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco, and it's a YA murder mystery. So I'm probably going to grab that.
I've always been interested in Jack the Ripper.
Very intriguing.
Yeah, I highlighted that one too. There's a lot of Sherlock retellings on this list too, but they're all for kids.
Yeah, like middle grade or youth. Yeah, good. Macmillan, surprisingly, the only thing I'm grabbing is Heartless by Marissa Meyer. Never read anything by her, but we'll see how that goes. It's Alice in Wonderland, which is one of my favorite books.
Yeah, see, I might have a problem with that. Well, the vivid imagery. I couldn't get through. I don't like Alice in Wonderland. I don't even like the movies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just can't do it. Yeah, that's it for them.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the lovely, reckless Cami Garcia. I actually liked Beautiful Creatures. She did Beautiful Creatures, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. I liked the book. The movie was garbage, but the book was really good. Well, maybe not really good, but it was good. It was good. Not enough for me to finish the series because there are so many of them. I just can't. But,
sorry, didn't mean to. No, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
But maybe I'll try that.
Now I'm seeing that there's a Bad Kitty available up for grabs. That is a children's novel, but I love Bad Kitty by Nick Bruhl. Your Bad Kitty is my alter ego. Penguin. Obviously, A Torch Against the Night, Sabaa Tahir's
Yes.
second follow-up to An Ember in the Ashes. We
Mad
are
Dash.
crazy about that book. We're gonna
I already
probably hit that
know
first.
It is booth 2441. I know where
Don't
it is.
tell that. No, I'm just kidding.
Like they can't go and see
I
themselves.
know. So yeah, we will be fighting the rest of you for those books.
Hopefully they'll have enough. Like Ember and Ashes, for some reason I came away with like 8 of those books.
they
And
were
I didn't
passing
grab
them out.
I didn't go to the grab a whole bunch. I only got one for myself, but people were giving them to me. Then we got one at a lunch. Then we got one at another
Yeah.
lunch. And I'm like,
They were really pushing
they were
it. So
giving
I'm
it away
hoping-
like candy.
Yeah, I'm hoping that happens again this
I doubt
year.
it.
Who knows?
I think they're going to be stingy. I was shocked.
Probably. Well,
that
because
this was gonna be
she
there.
was the featured author at ALA Midwinter in
Yeah.
2015. So I think they really wanted to make sure that everyone got her book. And it worked.
Yeah.
'Cause-
Well, there were other featured books
Yeah.
there, and it did not work. So it helps that her book was actually pretty good.
Yes.
And it already
obviously.
had some traction because I know we were just like,
We
oh my
were,
God, this
yeah.
book is great.
Yeah, we had already read
And
it
it
at
was
that
like,
point.
we read it months before
Yeah.
it was even at ALA.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of people are going to be
Mhm.
all up in that. I am going to get Kids of Appetite by David Arnold. It's his second book. He likes to talk about love and loss. Good Lord, man. Let's lighten it up a little bit. And
Already.
we do.
Yeah, we got it in the mail.
No, one of our coworkers got it at PLA.
Oh,
and
right,
gave it
okay.
to us. And furthermore, did you miss that?
It's middle grade.
Oh
yeah,
no!
that's middle grade, girl.
Oh boo!
I saw that. I was like, oh, let me go look that up. And then I saw the cover and I was like,
Ah.
nope, that's middle grade.
Never mind.
Yep.
And then I have not read anything by Jay Asher, but what is this about?
It's a moving and life-affirming love story.
Oh,
And the cover is
gross.
hella girly. It's literally a
Oh.
woman's face.
I think there's a picture on this list here.
There was
Yeah,
somewhere. Yep,
this-
that's it. Mhm. Very girly.
Oh. Well, I
Who
feel like
knows?
Jay Asher is an author. I probably should read. Our teens read it.
Mhm.
Anything else?
Yes, The Reader by Tracy Chee, a debut YA novel set in a world where reading is unheard of. It's kind of like fantasy, like epic fantasy, and she has to save herself by using books.
Yeah.
It sounded really good. The cover did not look great, but
No, it does
the
not.
story sounds really good. So
I feel like I've seen this book forever,
yeah, I'm
and
trying
I
not
thought
to
it was
judge.
published already, but it's not.
Mm-mm.
Maybe I saw it on Edelweiss or something because I feel like it was available somewhere and
Yeah.
I could have. But it's like 700 pages, and I was like, I'm not
What?
ready for that. What?
700 pages? Oh, it's 448.
Oh, maybe just looks thick.
This cover, guys, is unfortunate. It is very unfortunate.
Well, she's a minority, so that's good.
Yes, but again, her face is covered with a bunch of crap, so you really have to look and see, and it's just bad. It's just bad. But
What's
hey,
the rating on there? It's
the
a
rating
high.
so far is 4.2.
How many people?
162 ratings, 55 reviews. So that's significant.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's significant.
That's it's probably gonna be.
So this is a classic case of don't judge a book by its cover type thing.
Oh yeah.
So I'm excited for that. Yeah. That's it from Penguin for me.
Yeah, Penguin's got a lot. Good for
Yeah.
them.
A Shadow Bright and Birding is what I've got for Random House.
Shadow, Bright, and Burning. Who's that by?
Yeah. I'm trying to find the author here. Sorry. Jessica Clues? Wow. I put Clueless.
Oh
That was an autocorrect. It just sounds really good. A first in a YA fantasy series about a female sorcerer, and the cover looks cool too. It's not here, so I'd have to look it up.
I'll look it up. I will probably pick up The Sun is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon. Everything, I felt like her writing is good. The words on the page are good. The story just kind of was predictable.
Yeah.
But she's got some really good quotes and some really good insight into love and life in her and everything. So I'll probably pick that up.
Now that I'm looking at this list again, I'll probably grab Girl in Pieces by Kathleen Glasgow. It's pitched as Girl Interrupted for a New Generation. I liked that movie a lot. Wasn't that a book
What's
too?
her face?
Yeah, Angelina Jolie
Yeah.
and Winona Ryder.
Yeah.
I liked that movie. It was very creepy, and I think that's really in right now, kind of like mental illness institutions, identity. maybe I'll grab it.
I
feel like that could be
might pick up Fever Code because I've only read 2 books for the Maze Runner series, and I really liked book 1. So I'm kind of
Wait,
curious to
who?
see how they got there.
Random?
Fever Code, yeah, by James Dashner.
I don't see that here. That's
It's
weird.
in the second one. Okay, After Sun.
Nope.
It's
You've got a different list, so you might want to verify that is
Wait.
actually there. This is new as of today.
No.
So,
Those bastards.
however, look at this. It's here.
Okay.
So I don't know what that's about. It is not
that's
listed,
interesting.
but they do have the photo there. Controversy.
Well, hopefully it'll be there, and then I'm curious to see how they got there.
Mhm.
So,
I got 1 book for Scholastic. I really love Raina Telgemeier, so I'm going to be grabbing Ghosts. My cousins love her, so
I
I'll
didn't
probably
see that on here.
Yeah, it's the second book.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, let me
Yeah, I
highlight that.
almost missed it.
I'm gonna highlight that.
Yeah, I almost missed that.
I highlighted Dogman by Dave Pilkey just
Okay.
because I know teens like
It's
it. So
Dave
might as
Pilkey,
well.
yeah.
Dave.
Mhm.
And
Jennifer's
I'm gonna get The Scourge. Is this book 1?
Yeah.
The Scourge. Okay,
Mhm.
because I know she writes really fast. Like she's
Yeah.
already got another book, something about a house divided, and she's also in the middle of the series with the Mark of the Thief. So she's
Dang.
another one of those where she's got like several books going at the same time.
I
know,
don't
he
know
didn't
if I'll
like it.
grab that.
keep
Maybe
giving her a
a different
try.
series. I've read 2 books of hers. I've read The False Prince and then The Mark of the Thief, and I didn't like either of them. I thought they were kind of boring. So I don't know. I mean, she's a good middle grade author.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well, technically these are YA. The
this
main
one
character is like 12 though.
Yeah.
It's just younger YA.
Yeah, it is. It is younger YA.
I liked The False Prince. I really liked it. I liked the whole series. The Mark of the Thief,
Yeah.
not so much for me to continue the series. I'll give this a try. She is also on my bucket list of authors to meet. So I've been trying to meet this woman for like 3 years.
Maybe this is your chance.
This is my chance.
I am also seeing under Scholastic a title called The Baby by Lisa Drakeford, a YA novel about a teen giving birth told from 5 perspectives. That sounds intriguing. I don't know. Maybe I'll grab that. You never know.
You have fun with that.
I will. Simon & Schuster, I didn't do anything. Ashes by Laurie Halse Anderson is coming out, but I'm not really a big fan of hers. Soho Teen. Adam Silvera.
We almost missed this.
Yeah, because it's a tiny little line.
And Soho Teen, like, come on.
Right.
No. Not to bash Soho, but I mean, I'm just like, man, Simon & Schuster, woohoo!
Oh my god.
Soho Teen, yeah, and just kept going. And then
Yeah.
I just happened to be looking at this again, doing my highlighting, and I noticed it.
Yeah.
And immediately expressed my glee over Twitter.
Indeed.
And he's going to be there.
Yeah.
This is what I don't like about BEA, is that
they don't forewarn you.
They don't tell you authors are going to be signing in booth.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to know which books to bring?
That's not fair to the authors either.
No, it's not.
That's ridiculous.
I don't know if they're not sure and it's like a last second thing, because I know there are a lot of it's like TLA is going on right now, and Y'all West, and Texas Teen Author Festival, and there are a lot of festivals, so maybe they just don't know if they can make it. But
yeah, I guess we got to give them the benefit of the doubt.
Still, can I get something?
Yeah.
Like, dude.
But yeah, I'm excited about that. History is All You Left Me is the book that will be available there. About a teen boy grieving his first boyfriend who drowned.
Here's another one with the sadness.
Yeah.
Can we have some happy times?
Though.
I know, there's sad. I was weeping at the end of More Happy Than Not.
I've got one from Source Books. There is a book called Labyrinth Lost by Zoraida Cordova, in which Bruja magic runs in Alex's blood, but a curse meant to banish it may cost her more than her power.
Is that a witch?
Bruja means witch in Spanish. So the cover looks pretty cool too. I'm gonna try to grab that. And then that was it. That's it for me. I'll probably be grabbing more, but yeah. I'm glad they posted that list though, because I wasn't sure what was going to be there.
Yeah. Authors. So we, like I said, we're kind of new to this, and I know that you have to go stand in line to get your ticket to see some of these authors, but I don't know how many tickets are going to be available.
Right.
Is it going to be 5? Is it going to be 100?
No clue.
That would
And
bites.
of course, that's information that they are not passing over at the moment.
So, I have already met Sarah J. Maas and Steve Otter.
I have not. So
Are they signing at the same time?
I think they are. However, Steve Otter does have another, or rather, Sarah J. Maas has another panel. So I will probably see Steve Otter and not get anything signed by Sarah J. Maas, and then I'll go to Sarah J. Maas's panels.
Yeah.
Because I'm not really like you where I need them to sign my book. Like if I have seen them, I'm good with that.
Okay.
But I do want Steve Otter to sign my book.
Mhm.
That book means so much to me. It is my favorite YA series ever, and I will see her. And I feel like she's just never. She was obviously in this area before I was
I
working
think
in
you.
libraries. So
No,
I just,
you had another job.
yeah,
and
I
you
could
had to
not
go to
go
the
to
library.
something she was at. Right.
Yeah. But I
Yeah.
saw her at ALA. But keep in mind, we are going to ALA, and a lot of authors do go to ALA as well. So
Yeah.
maybe Mass will be there.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
Steve Otter.
I feel like there's more opportunities to see Mass for some reason. I don't know. Steve Otter, just I don't know why, but in my entire 2.5 years of working in libraries, I have not had the opportunity to go see her, nor Mass, but whatever. Sarah's doing like 3 panels, so I feel like I'll have plenty of opportunity to go see her. I'm also gonna see Pierce Brown.
I was like, Pierce Brosnan.
Sorry, I don't know where that came from. I'm gonna go see Pierce Brown because I have his Red Rising book, and I've really enjoyed that series. So,
And it doesn't help that he's attractive.
he is very attractive. He is very cute.
When his first book came out, I was with a different person. We went to ALA, and I was exhausted, and I was sitting in one of these little stages, and like I wasn't paying attention to what was going on. I was tired. I was just sitting, had all my books with me. And then my coworker Sarah, she comes over, and I was like, "Where are you at?" She was like, "Oh, there was some guy over there signing this book. I don't know." And it was Pierce Brown.
Oh my god!
And I was like, "Yeah, I'm too tired. I'm not getting up." She was like, "He was cute." I was like, "Whatever." And now I couldn't get into the series, but she is like in love with Red Rising, so she is amped.
Mm-hmm.
She is like, I was like,
and I'm
remember
gonna be
that
right there
time
with
when
her.
you were like, man, some
Yeah.
dude, nobody was in his line. I felt bad, so I got my book signed. Now
That
it's like
was
awesome.
a while ago.
That was a very long
That
time
was
ago.
a while ago because I got like an arc of Red Rising. I think it's E2E2 in 2014.
We went to
am I right about
ALA when it was Chicago last, so I may have been 2014.
Yeah. Yep, I will be right there with her.
I'll probably stand in line with you. I mean, I don't
as well
have anything.
He's not at the same time as anyone else.
Okay.
I'm also going to see Raina Telgemeier, Eleanor Herman. I enjoyed Legacy of Kings. It wasn't the best book I read, but I did enjoy kind of a twist on Alexander the Great. I've never read anything about him before. I'm trying to remember who else I added to my show.
I don't remember who I added. I know I'm going to go see Mass, and then with something else.
She's got a panel that she's doing with Alexandra Bracken and Susan Denard that I'm really interested in going to because they're like really good friends and they help each other with like the writing process and things like that. And I think that would be really cool to kind of sit in on. But then again, I'm hoping that it's not just like a slew of inside jokes that we're just like left to sit and watch because I've sat through those kinds of panels before with a huge author who will remain nameless.
Oh, I'm gonna say. Oh. It was Cassandra Clare and Holly Black. And they even admitted, oh, those are inside jokes. They're all just sitting there like.
Literally the whole time.
This is
the whole time. And I was very disappointed because I was hoping to be inspired to read their books and kind of get a sense of who they are and how that affects their books. And I did not get any of that. It was weird.
Well, I was already a fan of Infernal Devices, so I was excited. Yeah. But I can see what you're saying. It was not a fun time.
No, sadly. So,
all right. So if you have been to BEA, we are going to BookCon and we are taking about 7 teenagers. So that'll be interesting. Indeed. We're just gonna let them go and run loose because I'm not gonna be babysitting 7 teenagers for 5 hours in Chicago. They're fine. They're in high school.
Yeah,
they're fine.
It's in the McCormick place.
Yeah, they're fine. So if you have any advice for us on should we bring our books just in case the author is going to be there? Should we not, because we're going to get more books and we don't want to have to carry everything? Advice on standing in line when to go to get our ticket. If you have any idea if it's like outside the exhibit hall to get your ticket, or is it at their booth? I have no idea where you get this said ticket. What else do you want to know? I know they have a coat check.
I'm
So
just interested
that's
about
good.
those tickets. I need them tickets.
You need them tickets, damn it.
Yup.
All right.
All right.
So we will see you next week. And we will talk about more exciting stuff in YA. And we'll see you on the flip side.
Bye.